Hello and welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. HSBC Global Research believes that Vietnam economy can grow 6.8% in 2022, mainly thanks to export activities. HSBC believes that Vietnam's economy can regain its GDP growth rate of 6.8% in 2022, mainly thanks to a strong return of foreign direct investment (FDI), focusing more on the manufacturing sector, which can promote the country's exports. HSBC especially emphasized that the free trade agreements signed by Vietnam in the past 2 years are starting to bear fruit. According to HSBC, FDI investment has remained strong and only was slightly affected by the strict lockdown in 2021. Total registered FDI capital from January 1st to November 20 increased by 0.1%, with nearly 1,600 newly licensed projects, while total realized capital decreased by 4.2%. Total export turnover in the first 11 months of the year increased by 17.5%, have budgeted surplus to have a slight export surplus. In the first 10 months of this year, the volume of goods through Vietnam's seaport system reached nearly 600 million tons, increasing 3% over the same period in 2020. Accordingly, container cargo increased by 10%. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on the import and export of goods. But from October, when the pandemic gradually controlled, production and business activities were gradually restored, resulting in a higher volume of goods. Seafaring has started to increase slightly, contributing to overall growth of the year. According to a representative of Maritime Administration, in the coming year, the detailed implementation of seaport planning had just been approved by the Prime Minister to attract investment capital sources for development of maritime infrastructure and services. Focusing on connecting modes of transport and promoting digital transformation will be the key task to keep the pace of cargo growth through Vietnam's seaport system. Bien Hoa City cooperated with the Chợ Rẫy Regional Blood Transfusion Center in Ho Chi Minh City to organize a blood collection for public health at the end of this year. Participating in the blood donation this time, there are about 250 volunteers who are officials of wards and communes, union members, members of the youth union, city association, and a large number of officials and teachers from schools in the area who donated blood. Through the initial health screen stat, 208 healthy volunteers donated blood, with a total blood collection in the city being more than 200 units. This blood was promptly added to blood bank to serve patients in need at hospitals during a time of blood shortage due to the current complicated development of the COVID-19 pandemic. Senior diplomats from France, Britain, and Germany said that Western countries haven't had real negotiation with Iran to find a way to save the 2015 nuclear deal, and the document will likely become an empty shell unless there is significant progress. The statement from E3 diplomats said, "At this time, we are not able to sit down to have an effective discussion. Time is running out. Without real progress and with Iran's nuclear program accelerating, the nuclear deal will soon become an empty shell." Also, on December 13, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov had a phone call with his Iranian counterpart, Hossein Amialohanian. According to a statement by a Russian foreign ministry, the foreign minister of two countries reaffirmed the common position of restoring the nuclear agreement to the original version, which was approved by the UN Security Council. This week, 17 central banks around the world will hold their final meeting of 2021 to discuss about policies. Investors are currently focusing on the moves of major central banks such as the U.S. Federal Reserve, FED, the European Central Bank, ECB, and the Bank of England (BOE) in the context of economies facing many difficulties such as hyperinflation and the COVID-19 pandemic. Experts said that the rising inflation could cause the FED leadership to quickly withdraw economic stimulus packages, even if the COVID-19 pandemic is still unpredictable. That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.